Had your 1-year wedding anniversary to Birdman.
Yes, Brian. Everyone calls him
Birdman. Is it weird that we call him Birdman?
A little bit, but people call him that Ostana. I say Brian.
So talk about how meeting him at this stage of your life has felt.
We've been friends for over 25 years. He used to go to all my shows. He was there for my baby shower.
Oh my gosh.
That kind of thing. Nothing never crossed the line. He was my dearest friend.
People have always been curious about what really went on between Toni Braxton and Birdman, and Toni has finally begun opening up about why their relationship felt so complicated behind the scenes. For years, fans were confused about why she stayed with him, especially when the couple kept their romance so private and unpredictable. Rumors constantly swirled about breakups, reconciliations, and secret weddings, and Toni's reserved personality only fueled more speculation. Their connection first caught attention in 2016 when Birdman started appearing backstage at Toni's shows and showing up on Braxton Family Values like he was already part of the family. By 2018, he had proposed with a massive ring, and it looked like the wedding was right around the corner. But instead of moving forward, the plans kept getting delayed. Those close to the situation said Toni began having doubts, especially with all the pressure in her life. Her ongoing health struggles, her financial stress, and the instability that came with their very different lifestyles. Things reached a new level of confusion when the pair unfollowed each other on social media and deleted photos, sending the internet into a frenzy. Even though both insisted they were still together, fans sensed something wasn't right. Then, in a surprise twist, court documents later revealed they had actually married privately in 2023. Toni even filed for divorce at one point, though she eventually withdrew it, which only made the situation feel even more mysterious. Through all this, Toni seemed to refocus on things that mattered most to her: her health, her family, her faith, and her career. Meanwhile, Birdman faced his own share of public scrutiny and speculation, adding even more noise around their relationship. The two have always kept their personal lives extremely private, but the ups and downs between them left fans with more questions than answers.
To me, when I got the Cash Money, it was the weirdest thing. I know they had all these artists on the label.
Right.
So I get to the label, and then all of a sudden, they let all the artists go, all the other artists go.
Now here's the thing. People have always said Cash Money operated differently from other labels. And the industry chatter suggested that their rituals weren't mystical at all, but more about loyalty, image, and the tight grip the label was known for. All those chains, gifts, and over-the-top displays Birdman was famous for giving his artists, folks saw them as symbols of the bond he expected, not just flashy presents. People online insisted it wasn't just generosity. It was Birdman's way of reinforcing how tightly Cash Money operated as a unit. To outsiders, all those chains and high-end gifts looked flashy, but behind the scenes, people said they symbolized loyalty and the hierarchy within the label. And if you paid attention, it seemed like anyone who pushed back against the system often dealt with serious setbacks afterward. Artists like UNLV and Kilo G struggled after leaving the label, and street chatter tried to connect their difficulties to behind-the-scenes drama, even though nothing concrete was ever confirmed. And it wasn't only the smaller names who felt that pressure. Fans started speculating that anyone who distanced themselves from the label's intense work culture or internal expectations ended up at odds with Birdman. Even some of Cash Money's biggest stars weren't immune. Lil Wayne and Nicki Minaj both had rough moments with him, and the public saw parts of those situations unfold in real time. Wayne's conflict came to a head in 2014 when he publicly accused Birdman of delaying the long-awaited Carter V and said he felt stuck creatively. Rumors flew about financial disagreements, advances, royalties, contract terms, and Wayne eventually filed a $51 million lawsuit against Cash Money. The case ended with him leaving the label entirely and securing a reported $10 million settlement through Universal. Even though they later tried to mend things and were spotted together again, fans could sense that some tension still lingered. During the Hot Boys reunion tour, Wayne and his team walked offstage while Birdman was hyping up the crowd, and that one moment had everyone talking. Nicki Minaj dealt with her own behind-the-scenes friction, too, while most of her issues weren't public. Fans speculated she stepped back from anything that felt overly controlling or restrictive in the label environment. Since very little of that situation ever went public, the whispers never really died down.
You're doing a great job.
In case no one's told you that, you're doing a great job.
Not long ago, Nicki went live on Instagram, visibly upset and cry in a quiet room, leaving fans confused and concerned. Naturally, the internet tried to make sense of it. Some assumed she was just going through a personal moment or dealing with stress, but speculation ran wild online. People began connecting it to her past experiences in the music industry, wondering if the pressures and challenges she faced behind the scenes were taking a toll. Fans debated endlessly. One person commented, "Toni isn't a victim. She's always known the industry comes with tough situations." Another insisted that all the big names move in the same circles and face similar pressures. The comment section exploded with theories, opinions, and hot takes. Everyone had their own version of the story, so now I want to hear from you. What do you think about Toni speaking out and shedding light on the challenges artists face behind the scenes? Do you think these kinds of experiences played a role in some of the drama surrounding Cash Money? Or is the internet just spinning it out of proportion? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Share what you really think, and let's discuss. And of course, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, turn on notifications, and share this video with someone who loves a little drama as much as you do. I'll see you in the next one.